Okay, in this video I'm just going to show you how to tie a small conehead fly. So this is a section of glitter tubing which has been cut at an angle, and then I've burred the end of a liner tube and slotted it halfway into the outer tubing, so you're left with that. So just push it onto your tube fly needle until it's snug and it's not going to move about on you, and then start your tan thread. I just start the tan thread at the overlap where the two meet into each other and tie it nice and tight, and that will stop everything from coming apart. And this is just going to be made up as I go along, so take your thread just down to leave about 9mm or 8mm, and that will allow your hook eye to slip into the tube at the back to hold it. So we'll keep this simple, and say we'll make it a silver bodied monkey or something like that. So to keep things very simple here, I'm just going to tie in a length of silver braid, which is very strong and makes the body very quickly. Take your thread back down to just in front of where your taper is, where it switches from the outer tubing into the inner tube. So wind your braid down in touch and turns, keep it nice and tight until you get right down onto your bit where it tapers from the big tube down to the wee one. And once you get off that step, tie it down. 2 or 3 turns. You don't want to trying to keep the bulk down here. It's going to be a cone head. You don't want to bulk the front up too much or your cone won't go on. So we'll keep this a yellow and black monkey. So I'm going to take this is a white and 4B hand saddle, yellow. Strip the flue from the base and open it up at the tip, tie it in with the good side of the feather facing yourself, tie it in securely 3 or 4 turns and nip the tip away. Fold the hackle on. Everybody has their own way of tying these monkeys, so I tie in my hackle first a lot of the time, and it helps to lift the wing. So the first part of the wing, this is what I do, is I use a bit of fox and I try and pick out a bit of the shorter hair with a few of the stiffer fibres in it, and this is just really to help support the longer wing that I'm going to tie in on top. So take a short piece and tie it in. You can see the length there, it's just coming about half the length of the tube again, so it's not overly long. Tie that in with a couple of 3 turns and trim away your waist ends as tight as you can. Tidy that up. And what I want to do is put in a few strands of an angel hair or crystal flash, whatever you work with. So I'm going to use this is larva lace, and it's angel hair. The colour is bait fish. So I'll pull out a few strands of that and tie those in. doesn't have to be too much, but you want a bit of shine, a bit of flash through the wing. So I'll tie those in at the top, and then I'm actually going to take 2 turns and fold the rest back. I don't mind a bit extra flash in the wing of these, and trim it at an angle. Now this is pearl, black, bit of silver mixed through it, so it's a nice colour. At this point I wind another hackle on, so get my yellow hackle again, tie in the tip, cover over the area where I've tied in the first part of the wing, and take, it doesn't need to be too heavy, but just take the 2 turns again, one in front of the other. If I can get it to sit properly, that's it. Tie it down a couple of turns again. And at this stage I'm going to tie in another length of the fox, but this time one with a bit more length. And again I'm going to keep it fairly light and sparse, because I'm going to tie in a bit of black goat over the top of that. So I'll keep this reasonably light but slightly longer. Tie it in a couple of turns. If you're happy it's secure in with a couple, trim away your waist. So this is the black goat. It's from Foxy Tales, and you only need a bit of it, so this is just really to give you the length. So you don't want to tie in too much goat anyway, because it can be awkward to work with and it can pull out easily. So trim a piece away from the skin, and if there's any fluff at the bottom, pull it out. And there's a nice taper in the goat hair, so I'll lower this face a bit to let you see. That's better. There's your goat there. And keep it reasonably long. It's a reasonably long winged fly, so I'd keep it about that, depending on the length of the tube really. But try and get the thread up at the top so it doesn't slip down. Tie that in at that point then. Just keep it on top and try and get your first turn around it. Flatten it with the back of your nail slightly. That'll give you a nice shape, and I like to trim that away. Probably the best thing to do at that point is the smallest wee dab of glue or varnish on the back of the cut ends. Just a wee dab and let it soak in. It'll give you a bit of grip with your goat hair, stop it from slipping out. The next bit is 3 or 4 strands of peacock herl, and tie these in short of the length of the wing. I think they just add a wee bit of colour, really. So get those like that, and just try and put a slight curve in the back of your thumb. Not too much. And then tie those in as well. Length is up to yourself. Some people like them longer than others by about 2/3 of the wing. And they will come into shape anyway once they've been fished a time or two. Trim away your waist. And select 2 jungle cock eyes. So these are big eyes, and they are more than likely going to be split. The looks of this cape, because I've used most of the smaller ones. So just pull out out two of the biggest feathers, and they are reasonably big, so we'll put them well up into the wing. Put one on this side, and take a turn around that. A loose turn just, and then you can position them. And on that side, same thing, just one or two turns and you can. I'm happy enough that both of those eyes are the same length and they're both sitting in a good position, so take 3 or 4 turns down and double your stalks back, and a couple or 3 turns up, and then try and keep the head as small as possible immediately whip finish, because say I'm going to try and put a cone on this if it's going to fit. So just leave the stalk ends of your jungle cock in for the minute, whip finish, and trim away, and then you can nip off the end of the jungle cock, the waist part. So that's a nice shape of a wing, and it's not too bulky. And just for a bit of colour, I'm going to put a pretty bright cone on it. This is one of Sean Stanton's signature cones. So just to brighten the fly up, I'll put it on, and they've got a bit of room behind them, so you're not going to be struggling to get it on if the head's a wee bit big. That's the secret, keep the head as neat and as small as you can on some of these flies, because otherwise you're not going to get the cone on, or you're not going to get the right size of cone on. So push that until it's tied up against the, and the glue will help it to hold. Slide it off, and what you want to do is trim your liner and leave about 1.5 mm or 2 mm, and burr the end of it. And that's pretty much the finished fly. So thanks very much for watching.